My shout out to um, Only Logical Channel, and he was talking about the pro-black, the divesting the pro-black pipeline. It never fails. We always say that a lot of these black chicks that divest, when they fail over on that side, they always come back on some pro-black shit. A lot of times, a lot of these black women have psychological problems, but that somehow they have an inferiority complex with themselves. So to compensate for that inferiority complex, pretty much like white men do. Because white men that have an inferiority complex and black women that have an inferiority complex, have you ever noticed they always hook up? See, black women that's confident in their beauty and know they look good, they ain't gonna go that route. If you have you all ever noticed this, I noticed something when chicks that's attractive, that truly are attractive. Like I'ma say it, and it may sound a little bit colorist, but I noticed something that most of all your chicks that are divestors, they are mostly dark skinned or real like my complexion, a little darker. I notice a lot of the chicks that are divestors are dark skinned. So you put that together, then you put all they have all these issues that they talk about, far as texturism, colorism, um, um, what all these issues that they come with. They say they was never picked by black men, and black men will always look over them for white or light skinned chicks. And then these chicks, a lot of them, when you go, they show you their pictures. When they go back in high school, they were just late. A lot of them was late bloomers. They wouldn't know. I'm just gonna keep it real. A lot of them wouldn't attract them. Some of them grow into their looks. It ain't because they dark skinned. Cause I've seen some dark skinned sisters that's off the bomb, just beautiful. But you got some of these black women that have an inferiority complex with themselves, and they felt they weren't getting picked by the basketball. It's pretty much they the same. They the same thing as the ELs. If you ever look what Sarge Willie P called the ELs, the educated lames, and the educated lames ain't never picked by. It's almost the same kind of pathology when you really look at it. That explains a lot when that little black neo-Nazi kid went and shot all those people up because he had an inferiority complex. And I put those people together. And in a way, I kind of blame that on their parents and shit. Because black parents, when they moved to the suburbs, and I'm glad Sarge Willie P pointed that out, that they never talk about racial dynamics when they move out there to the white community with their children. They never talk about racial dynamics. They just up and move their kids to a mostly white neighborhood, going to a mostly white school, not knowing that those kids might have to deal with a lot of anti-blackness, racism, and shit like that. They just move their kids. This is what niggas do. Niggas just don't be thinking shit all the way through. They feel they get money, they can up and move to a white community. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, man, you have a lot of these chicks that are divestors, and a lot of them, I ain't saying they unattractive, but a lot of them you can tell that they have low self-esteem. Because if you look at the white dudes they get into relationships with, these dudes are not no GQ looking ass motherfucker like no Robin Thicke or no John B or no Justin Timberlake looking ass dude. These are run of the mill. Some of them come straight from the trailer park, looking like they in white water, looking like they in Blackwater Redemption and shit. You know that movie. You know that movie back in the early '70s, Whitewater Redemption. That's how some of them white dudes be looking at these black chicks be going with. They be getting with any kind of white dude. He don't even have to be like, he could just be just for the simple sake of being white. And you can say that with black dudes, but then again, when you look at the black dudes and the white chick, the big Beckies that they be with, they match. They be matching. You know, you'll have, but and then on top of that, the white dude, we already know them black dudes that with them big Beckies and shit, what, big back Beckies and shit. They know, them black women know they weren't looking for them anyway. So why the fuck you gonna point them out and say, see, that show you right there. Them niggas be up there with these big back Beckies, bitch. You know damn well you wouldn't date that dude. Let's keep it 100. You know damn well you're not gonna date that dude that big Becky is with. We talking about men that are dateable. And most guys that are dateable, or black men that are dateable, they ain't gonna be with no motherfucker running the mill Becky. Y'all know this. So, you know, it's the reason why a lot of these divestments, when you really look at it, it's a sense of they want validation. And they feel that being with a white man is giving them validation of their beauty when it's not. A lot of times, them white dudes just substituting them for the white chicks that they can't get. And we be, black men be trying to tell these black women that they be substituting y'all for the white women they can't get. And they not into you like you are into them. I don't know why they don't want to listen to this shit. We be telling them the truth. They think we be hating on them and shit. No, we not. We just telling you. We know how these men operate, because he can't get the Becky and Susan that he want. I said, and then I'm gonna show you how you test this shit. Take them somewhere where you have a lot of black dudes with hot, attractive white women. I'm gonna test every black chick that's in an interracial relationship with a regular looking white dude, or a dude which y'all do the black wife effect. Take that dude somewhere where there's a whole bunch of attractive white women at. I bet you won't. I bet you won't take that man nowhere where there's a whole bunch of attractive white women with black dudes that are attractive at. Because you know why? I bet you after a while that dude gonna feel a certain kind of way about it. And the reason why he gonna feel a kind of certain way about it, because in his mind he thinking, I'm up here gotta be with this nigger bitch, and these black men, all these goddamn mud sharks up here with these niggers. That's what I bet you any money he thinking like that in his head. It's just like, I'm glad that BGS and a few other people talked about the black chick, that the black chicks going over here to Southeast Asia, to Thailand, Cambodia, and shit like that. And the weird thing I find that they say they going over there looking for black men. Let me say that one more again. They say they going over there looking for black men. Now you in the States full of niggas, and you say you're going to go all the way to Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Philippines, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia. You going all Vietnam. You going all the way over there to Southeast Asia to look for a black man. Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. If you want to believe me. I don't believe that shit. I believe you all going over there trying to do what black men doing and not having no success with it. That's what I believe it is. So if you do get with an Asian dude, you basically got to throw yourself at them in, and that's what normally happens when you have black women getting in situations. They throw themselves at them Asian men. They throw themselves at them white men. They just go sexually, just throw themselves in. You know, brother, they gonna give you, if you a brother, they're gonna give you the third degree. They gotta know your background. They gotta know how much you make. You gotta have this. You gotta have that. White men, broke as fuck, dusty as fuck. Keshia gonna be on them. No background check, like DJ Kid. Like DJ Kid gave them 180 black girls HIV. And yet black women are running around and talking about, these are all black men giving it now, and white men giving y'all that shit, and then y'all spreading that shit to black men. That's what was going down in fucking Texas down there. Most other women that got STDs and shit, they did a whole damn survey of black women. because black women laying up with everybody down there. And this is why I told Source Willie P, you really can't, you can't really defend their actions. I said, even Tommy said, you can't get around. I know you want to try to circumvent it and say, well, ain't all black women. I said, no, not all, but it's so many of them, man. It's damn near like a damn near majority of black women that's like this. And that's why a lot of these, when black women say they going over the fence to divest, believe me, these niggas don't care. They do not care. When y'all say y'all going over, when black women say y'all going to get with Brad, divest, and swirl up, them niggas be like this. Oh, yeah? Okay. That's just how they be looking. Okay. All right, we'll see. And normally, the thing is about divestors and swirlers, they always come back. Because them men, they found out that them men just taking advantage of them sexually, and they getting tired of getting ran through. See, that's what happened. Them black women getting tired of being ran through by Brad. So then that's when they want to come back. Not that they want to come back to Tyrone because they looking for stability. Oh no. They want to come back because ain't no Brad choosing them. They just getting bedded and not wedded. That's what's going on. That's why when black women when black women celebrate when white men marry them. If you ever notice, they celebrate that shit. When a white man marry a black woman, all of them be celebrating like a motherfucker. Black man marry a white woman, we like, hey, that's how we are, because this happens all the time. Black women marry a Latino woman, no big deal with us. No big deal with us. And the funny thing is, at one time, black men were subjugated up at the sexual bottom marketplace value. And the funny thing is, for a group of men that's economically and socially at the bottom, it's funny that we're the most motherfucking sexualized group of men on the planet. I said, and then on top of that, I said, that's another reason why white men hate to, when you be a Tyrone, just imagine you come somewhere. And no, of course not. If you go somewhere like Latin America and stuff like that where they worship whiteness, yeah, they're gonna be all on bread. No doubt about it. Africa, same thing. You go to Africa, they're gonna have black women all on them in Africa. You ain't gonna them black women ain't gonna pay you no attention because they see white men as high status. But let you go somewhere where it's a whole bunch of fine ass Becky said and just white men. Watch how them white women look at you. That's the problem they have. See, they don't have no problem with other women. They have a problem with they women liking you. They have a problem with they women, white women choosing you. And I'm going to tell you what, it set the dynamic where it comes back. See, when another group of women see your white woman with Tyrone, when they start to see your white woman with Tyrone, when these other groups of women start seeing your black men with Tyrone and not with you, what's going to happen? Them other groups of women going to start thinking like, damn, why all they motherfuckers? Same reason people ask us why black women always so loose and shit, why they so easy. And black men, we got to try to explain that shit. Yes, we get asked why black women are so goddamn easy to get in bed. And the only thing, and that shit be embarrassing as fuck. That shit be embarrassing. You got a group of women that's so goddamn loose. But then again, you can say that about white women and black men. So they go either or. Because God can say, well, then I'll tell you what, why your women into us? See, that's enough to shut their ass up. Why you look at these things, these little things on interviews on TikTok and YouTube where people go around asking white girls who you prefer and whether you prefer a black man or a white man. The black girls say a black man. Same thing with black girls. Black girls say they'll get with a Brad, any kind of white dude. White dudes is bald, white dudes is fat, white dudes is unattractive, but they know if for some reason, I don't know why, They always get with the average looking ass white dudes and try to GQ them up because they know they weren't attracted to that man at first, but they say, maybe I can do some work with him since I can't get the real GQ man like John what John B. Any Justin Timberlake or Robin Thicke. They can't get with them dudes. And then the funny thing is, black women try to use them being with a biracial chick as the biracial chick. This is when, and this was Exotico United mentioned. Say they use biracial chicks as the template for being with a white man. That's why that's the only way a biracial chick, could get blackness if she date a white man. Like pretty much like what's her name, Meghan Markle, or the chick that was married to John B. I mean, no, the chick that was married to Robin Thicke. That's the only way you can get black sisterhood if you're a biracial chick. If you marry a white dude, a high value white dude, that's the only way you get your sisterhood card. Other than that, if you with Tyrone, Lamont, Jamal, that don't count. You are not a black. You are not a black girl. You are not a black woman. And you only a black woman if they got with a white man and they had birth to you, then you're a black woman. But the regular chicks, they white biracial chicks, they gotta compete with for whether they be white men or black men. Black men, remember, you're not a black woman. You're not a black woman.